Love. It's probably the most terrible thing that's ever happened. With the technology and the changes in time and the way people act, man, society has had it coming for years, decades even. Ever since the birth of the internet, love has been changing in tremendous ways. Why? Well, first there was the email. That made your casual 4-page love letter a little bit less intimate, a little bit less important and intimate, and definitely less time consuming. Meaning it didn't take as long as 4 days to get a letter anymore. You got it that instant, immediately as it was sent. And you could reply that same minute, that same second. That's kind of what made communication and love a little bit easier. It assuaged a lot of the difficulty that sometimes state lines and far barriers provide. Furthermore, there was the creation of the telephone. That's definitely also something that helped. Kept people calling and in touch. Although the telephone definitely created some obstacles. It made it easier to argue. It made it easier to remind someone that you love them or miss them. Made it easier to send off that grocery list, remind your husband to pick up some milk on the way home. That helps. There's also plenty of things that the internet did that caused many of disruptions in our normal culturalized love making. Well, for one, the internet didn't have the parental controls that we have now. If you understand where I'm going with that. Also, it created a crave. The yearning to speak to someone all the time. The time-consuming hours you spend talking to people and trying to find where that person is and make sure that they're okay. All those hours you spend texting and typing and surfing the web, and all that time could have been used for something so much better. Like what, you ask? Why? Changing the world. See, if it weren't so easy to pick up a phone and send a message, then majority of your opportunities and obligations could be getting done. Instead of being on the phone texting or being on the phone arguing, you could be on the phone sending emails to your boss, or not be on the phone doing some homework. But some people don't understand it. However, technology definitely did help you. Technology has created a way for same-sex marriages to procreate and have children. Although it's difficult in some ways and sometimes very costly, having babies in same-sex marriages is something before love could have been considered as unnatural and impossible. But the power of love is so tremendous that it fueled technology and caused technology to move with the times. Now that same-sex marriages can have children, what else can love teach us? What other barriers does love break? Well, for one, love has allowed people to connect on a different level. Technology has also allowed people to connect on a different level. Love has created ways for different peoples and peoples that would have been once assumed unnatural and probably been frowned upon by society to now have semi-normal lives and do the same things that normal couples do, and your traditional couples rather would do. Love, lastly, has created the insanity plea. I joke, of course love did not create the insanity plea. However, it's created a lot of crazies in the world. There are many of men and women out there who become somewhat obsessed with love and obsessed with the people that they want to be with so bad that they'll just do anything. such as be peeping toms, such as stalking, such as harassment, you name it. Love has driven people to do crazy things, and the technology has also helped in those fields. Technology and love sometimes work hand in hand, and I think that's just the gist of what I'm trying to say. That without love and without technology, neither could really prosper anymore in today's society, rather. I mean, could you really imagine still having to write a letter to your husband? Or could you really still imagine having, well, rather not having the internet? I mean, come on. With some people, social networks is the way we communicate with the person that we speak to. No FaceTime, no Uvu. I mean, what about that goodnight phone call? I mean, we've all got used to that, right? How could you get used to not hearing that person's voice? Without technology, love probably wouldn't ever be the same. That's how technology changed love. Because now it'll never be the same.